Chapter 5. Laying down the costume. You were never meant to become a role in someone else's play, yet somewhere along the way, a script was placed in your hands. And like so many others, you let the lines linger on your lips, your posture shifting with every glance, a smile blooming when desired, keeping the performance alive with a secret thrill. The mask settled over the face so long ago that you began to forget there was ever skin beneath it. Life became a rehearsal for a show you never truly wanted to give. If asked who you are, what would you say? I'm a parent. I'm a professional. I'm a survivor. I'm a Libra with a Capricorn rising. These are not you. They are the costumes worn for so long, they have grown warm against the skin. They are shapes poured into, not because they were true, but because the world trained you to fit them. You are not your job, your history, your titles, or the carefully curated story you carry. You are not the flavor of your style, the personality type on a chart, or the name beneath your picture on a glowing screen. These are shells, beautiful perhaps, but hollow. The truest part of you existed before anyone told you your name, before you were taught to sit still in a classroom, before you were told which desires were acceptable and which must be hidden away. That untouched self is dangerous to a world built on control, because the moment you return to it, you can no longer be shaped for another's needs. You cannot be marketed into. You cannot be contained. The systems around you do not long for your freedom. They crave your definition. A defined human can be predicted. Once you say, "This is who I am," they can chart your desires, feed your weaknesses, and serve you the precise solutions to keep you within their walls. Every time you declare, "I am unlucky in love," life arranges itself to prove you right. Every time you whisper, "I don't trust easily," your relationships grow from that soil. These are not harmless statements. They are living spells. You weave them each day, often without knowing. Even the spiritual world, which promises liberation, often offers only shinier cages. Titles like empath, healer, or seeker of light can sound beautiful. But if they become another layer of self-definition, they too can close around you. A gilded cage is still a cage. You were not born to be a brand. You were born to dissolve into what is real. Think back to when you were very small. Before there was a need to justify existence, there was only the living. A stick became a sword without effort. Running was not for fitness, but for the joy of moving. Tears flowed when sadness came, laughter spilled when joy arrived. There was no audience to please, no identity to maintain. There was only life, unfiltered. Then came the shaping, the quiet discipline of the desk and the bell, the slow layering of shame and guilt, the lessons about how you must be and what you must hide, the religion, the rules, the roles, the gentle nods when you conformed, the subtle silences when you did not. The real you slipped beneath these layers, waiting. Now perhaps, restlessness rises when the internet falls silent. There is a reaching for connection without knowing why. A measuring of worth in reflections, forgetting that the mirror cannot see the soul. But here is a truth that will taste strange at first. The mold you have been poured into is not real. Living inside it is quietly eroding you. When you say you want to be yourself, often you mean the self built to survive, not the self untouched before the wounds. The coping mechanisms have been mistaken for the essence. So how do you remember? Begin by sitting in silence until it feels like too much. Refuse to describe yourself for an entire day. Let others wonder. Notice when you are performing and stop, even mid-sentence. Let the script fall away while the scene is still unfolding. In that raw, unfiltered space, something ancient will stir. The quiet will not be empty. It will hum with presence. You may call it truth, love, or simply awareness. It will not speak in words, but in a warmth in the chest, a soft pressure behind the eyes, a breath that feels older than the body. It is the one who has always been here, waiting for the return. The one who has no need to prove or display. The one who was whole before the world whispered otherwise. There is no need to rise higher or become better. only to step out of the costume, out of the lighting, and walk into the dark where the stage ends and the infinite begins. When this happens, the world does not end. It changes. The performance is seen for what it is, a dance of characters in borrowed clothes. Each person still holds the same secret doorway back to themselves. We keep waiting for the world to heal, hoping for leaders to awaken, for the planet to balance, for peace to fill the air. But nothing outside can shift until each one of us releases the role we were told to play. Illusions are not undone by arguing with them. They dissolve when the character steps out of the story. Let the accent fade. Lay down the costumes. Let the memorized lines drift into silence. And when someone asks, "Who are you?" let the eyes soften and say, "I don't know. But I am real enough now to find out." And then, perhaps for the first time, there will be no performance. There will be standing, as in the beginning, unmeasured and whole. Picture this now. Standing barefoot on the earth, feeling the breeze brush across skin as if it knows the truth better than the mind ever could. Sunlight slipping between leaves to kiss the cheek. There is no audience. Only the steady rhythm of the heart and the knowing that this existence needs no justification. Tears may rise, not from sorrow, but from the recognition of what has always been. The love that was searched for, the freedom longed for, the beauty once thought to be earned, all of it was here, waiting beneath the mask. And in that moment, there is not just life. There is eternity.